Hello everyone, my name is Ladiedra Smalley and today I will be doing a presentation on student development theory. So what is student development theory? According to Patton et al. 2016, student development centers around a collection of theories related to college students that explain how they grow and develop with increased complexity while enrolled in a post-secondary educational environment. As I mentioned in last week's discussion, I like the emphasis on complexity because it encourages educators and administrators to consider the many different facets that contribute to a student's collegiate experience and know that the outcome will be unique for each student, although they may have some similarities with their peers. With that being said, what is the role of student development theory? Student development theory serves to be a visual and moral compass that guides educators on how they should interact with students and the resources that they should be providing. A goal that institutions strive to achieve is being able to work towards cultivating an educational environment that fosters growth, confidence, and student success. Effort placed into achieving these goals can be measured by what Dr. Tolman explains in PowerPoint slides as informal and formal theories. As for my personal feelings about student development theory, I like how Lee Knefelkamp 1978 stated that all theory reflects the perspective of its author and how no theory is perfect or absolute. It brings an air of creativity, individuality, and diversity in the ways that institutions can apply theories to their practices for the advancement of their students. What may work for one institution may not be a great strategy for another institution. Nevertheless, any theory that can be successfully put into practice is worth a shot in my opinion. For example, I recently attended a Quality Enhancement Plan meeting, or what is commonly called QEP, and the committee was explaining how they have been working to phase in a more integrated learning approach to certain courses that are taught to first and second year students. Overall, it sounds very exciting and immersive, and I hope that our students take advantage of those opportunities and resources that are being put in place for them. Moving on to some of the challenges that educators can face while applying theory to practice, Patton et al. 2016 mentioned the following barriers: having more responsibilities but less time and resources to fulfill them, the cost and labor towards implementing those theories, having to compete against other missions deemed a priority by other administrators, and lastly, the resistance to changes faced from colleagues and students. I would also argue that gaining support and creating a practice that is both diverse and holistic enough for students can also be a challenge. So how do we combat those challenges? Patton et al. 2016 talks about the different ways to overcome those challenges as educators, and those include providing solid rationales, avoiding jargon, and using language that is appropriate and relatable to the audience. You can't get your point across and make a connection with your audience if you're using language and examples that your audience does not understand. Another solution is to build alliance, and this is similar to the money follows mission ideology. People will support and invest in ideas that they resonate in and see value in. Instead of starting with too big of a plan, try starting with something small and simple that acts as a stepping stone for the bigger phases that you envision. Patton et al. 2016 suggests the use of pilot programs, for example. Relaying this to myself, I agree with these methods and have seen how taking these practices in smaller steps rather than strides lead to a stronger support system and a more established success. It's not enough to experience success just once. It should be consistent with an expected failure or two in between, but consistently moving in an upward progression. I hope that you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.